So what happens on the second day of PI planning? Well, if you look at the agenda for day two, you'll see here that the first thing we do is we announce the planning adjustments to the team. So the previous night, management stayed up late, worked very hard on the issues that were raised during the first day, came up with resolutions, maybe changed scope, maybe did some reorganization of the teams. Whatever the decisions that were made are then explained to the teams, and the adjustments are then incorporated into the team plans during the next round of breakouts. So usually by about lunchtime now, we have our plans with the adjustments in them, and we present them the final plans. So just like we did the previous day, we're time boxed where we did the draft plan review. We have the final review in lunch. We'll go through the risks, and we just don't say, oh, here's our risk. We actually set up a plan of action on the risks. We have our confidence vote, and it can be the situation comes that, well, some people don't have confidence in the plan, so we might do some rework and and of course, in all good programs, you should always have a retrospective at the end of all planning meetings. So, a little bit about the risks here. One of the important things in SAFE is that we are identifying the risks during planning, but we just simply say, oh yeah, that's a risk. That's something that could harm us. A big ceremony in SAFE during the PI planning is resolving the risks, or more correctly, roaming the risk. So what ROAM is basically an acronym for how we will deal with the risk. We just don't say, yep, that's something that scares us. It is either one, it's resolved, the R, that means, yep, we found a solution there, and so it's no longer a risk. Or two, somebody takes ownership. So they're responsible for finding a solution to the risk. The A stands for accepted, which is possibly the one thing you don't want to do. You just say, well, this is a risk. We've got to live with it because there's not much we can do with it. For me, that is, unless it's, yes, there's nothing we can do about an asteroid hitting our data center class of risk, just saying we accept the risk is really not a viable option. M is really, for those kind of risks, I would say, is mitigated. In other words, we have a strategy that if this risk does happen, then we will resolve it. And these could be the kind of risks that, well, what happens if a key employee leaves? Are we sure that we have backup knowledge so that we won't get affected by this? So we really want to have our risk coming out as resolved, owned, or mitigated. We want to ensure that we explicitly declare what we are going to do about these risks. I've been on far too many projects where, yeah, we just identified the risks and, yeah, those are the scary things. We really didn't deal with them. Finally, one of the big activities is the confidence vote, the so-called Fist of Five. This is where, after we've done the presentation of the plans, this is after business has said, yep, we like these plans. This is after we've gone through the risks. Okay, we put it to a vote. What is your confidence in that we can achieve the objectives with the promises that we are making to the business owners and to product management? And this again is the classic Fist of Five. So this is an important ceremony. I see far too many people just sort of go, yeah. No, this is your opportunity that if you've got reservations about the plan, or you're thinking, yeah, it's an okay plan, but I think I can live with this, or there's some real issue that you have, make sure you voice it here, because it is important that we identify if you have something that scares you, this is the point to say it. If you have a disagreement about the plan, this is the real point to say, I don't think this plan will work for the following reasons. Or maybe it's just that there's something that you didn't see and everyone else can explain, well, we're cool with it because of this, and you'll go, oh, okay, so I don't have to be a 2, I can be a 4 on this. But the intent here is to get everyone on board, or to see if there's something out there that still scares people about the plan. Don't just take this as a simple ceremony. This is something that's really important. Remember, in Agile, those who do the work plan the work. This is your opportunity to be part of the plan and create a commitment that you can support.